Hello and welcome to another modern Pascal video. At my other work, I create QR codes on a semi-regular basis, but to do this I go to an online website, and that takes time, which I don't always have because you've got to, paste in the URL, hit generate, download, etc. A lot of manual tasks when it should be much easier than that. Maybe even just one click. And I thought about what's involved, and I need to use one in some other spaces. So yesterday I found a component which I've been playing with and built my own. And once you've realized what's involved in doing this, it makes you wonder why you went online in the first place. And maybe that I realized I was going for a web tool, more out of habit than necessity. And if we just take a step back, then QR codes are becoming quite serious business today. Governments are using them for digital identity verification. The EU is building a identity wallet system around them, and Australia has also been putting them into the legal frameworks, since COVID. So the humble QR code is now doing a lot more heavy lifting than it once did. So in this little example, or in this example here, what we're going to be doing is putting a vCard or embedding a vCard into a QR code. We've got some contact details here, and we can then scan that with a phone, save the contact details into my contact database. And the best part is we are offline. There'll be no server, there's no redirects, there's no account needed, and it's also a good excuse to see how we can do it for ourselves. Now, and also I should point out, yes, we are doing this in Delphi. So as I said, the problem is quite simple. Here are my contact details in our demo program. This information has to be encoded in some way, and then we pass that information along to the library, and it gets rendered into a bitmap. So why don't we run this application now and see it in action? So the form itself is quite straightforward. We have a name, a last name, some phone details, company, title, and other information, and we can optionally include an address if we want to. What I'm going to do now is to click on load example just so I can get some details in quite easily or quickly, and hit the generate code, and you can see how fast it takes. Much faster than what it would take doing it online. So what I might do now is I'm going to grab my other phone here, turn on the screen recorder. So what we're doing here now is we're going to scan the QR code from my screen here. And you can see the contact details. I'm just going to click the add to contacts here so you can see what's going to come up. And you can see all the other information as per what we see in the generator. And a happy little camper. I'm just going to click cancel here because I don't want to actually save this information. And if we want to here, we can also, save this here, save this to a image like you might do on a website, but that's only because that's what this demo program's doing. For whatever you might want to do, there might be other purposes. For example, you might want to send it straight to a printer. So for this little project here, we're using QRCodeGenLib for Pascal. And if we looked at my other video from a couple of weeks ago, we can see that this about how to determine whether a package is let's say good enough to use or not. Well, this one here is definitely active with the changes in the last month. We can see here there are no issues. Could be good, could be bad, but we also have an MIT license, and the other nice thing here is we also get the code. So if you want to look at the code and learn from that, yay, we can do that as well. So all I did basically was to download the code here and then unzipped it. Once I'd unzipped it, I actually then just added in the paths to the libraries. You could probably, it would be smarter or easier to add the package into Delphi. I was just lazy and did not do it that way. But then when it comes to encoding or creating a QR code, there's a couple of ways you can do it. The first way is into an SVG format. Or you can put it into a bitmap. I went down the bitmap path. Either way, though, when you encode the QR, when you want to have the data that you want to encode, there is going to be basically three parameters. The first is the data that you want to encode. The second is an error correction level, and the third parameter is the encoding. And then depending upon the format that you want to use it in, well, here we can either use to SVG string, or we can put it into a bitmap image. As far as with the bitmap image, then you can look at, I'm just using the demo sizes here, or the demo parameters in my own program. But then once you've got it into a bitmap image, well, we can either then put it to screen, put it to with an image. We could save that bitmap to a file. We could print it even. So the possibilities there are somewhat endless. And if you do use this component and you like it, feel free to give the chap a tip. So let's go back to our program here. The data that we're going to be pulling in here is that we're going to basically be building a vCode, and the vCode that we're building is a version 4 VR code. While version 3 hasn't been deprecated, there are some features in version 4 that your phone uses, and I think the other thing that may be important to note is that we are trimming all the fields to make sure that, well, to reduce the chances of there being any problems when we want to give it to somebody else to use. So we'll just go back to where we came from. So that's our data, which is our vCard, and then we will then encode our vCard into our QR code, and we're using a medium level tolerance, and you can see here that we've got low, medium, quartile, or high. So if you've got situations like there might be some sunlight getting onto the screen, which would impact on the ability to scan, or if you had like a business card but the card was folded, making the QR code harder to scan, in those situations you'd want to have a higher level of error correction or error handling, to make it still readable. And here what we're doing is we're going to put it to a bitmap and then put it to the screen. Again, if we run it here, straight away, it comes up with our code. So it is an extremely fast little tool here, and the use cases for a tool like this are pretty much endless once you start to think about where you can use them. In a wedding planner, they could be used to manage RSVPs. A gift registry might be another example where the relevant contact or coordinator details embedded, and the guest can scan it and know who they're talking to. It can also be used for product labeling. So you could, let's say, if you had a database with all your products in it, you could loop through each one, generate a code with whatever information, such as ingredient information or sourcing details, where it came from, or the story behind it. Anything that you want to give to the customer more than the label has room for, which all helps to tell a story, perhaps. So the contact information that we're using in the vCard can be used as a direct line, to a manufacturer or provider, or producer, rather than a generic customer service number. So that's about it for this little video. I hope you got something out of it. The source will be on GitHub if you want to have a look at it. I'm wondering if you've ever replaced something that from something you've used online into your own little Delphi tool recently, and I'd be curious to know what that was. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one.